Hello and welcome to On Air with Titan Company. I'm your host, CT Praise. Now let's have everyone else here introduce yourselves.
Hello there. I'm Squad Leader Prodey. I'm in Papery's platoon, and I'm a leader of Squad A.
I'm CT Dueles. I am a member of Diego platoon, and I am in Squad D.
I am CT Crawler. I am in Percy's platoon. I am part of Squad B.
I am CT DarkHawk. I am part of Hyperion platoon, and I am in Squad E.
Well, so let me ask you all, how's your time been so far in the 104th?
I'll let Prodey go first if he wants to.
It has been pretty good, although I've been running into some issues with lacking motivation at the moment. I'm sure that I'll get better because it's like a temporary thing. At least I think so. But otherwise, I'm doing really great, and I'm really glad I decided to join the 104th.
All right. How about you, Dueles?
Me myself, I've had a pretty decent time while being here. I've been here in Titan since September 7th, which was the day I joined 104th. And I've been able to do some amount of work in here, but Budge has been keeping me busy, so I've been on LOA every once in a while. I've had to own my spot back in Diego already, like twice. So, fun, but I hope in 2 weeks I'll be able to do a lot more in Titan and the 104th.
How about you, Darkhawk?
For me, I've had a lot of fun in my 3.5 weeks. Well, it's about 3.5 weeks. I don't know the exact day because I'm too lazy to do the math. But I've been about here for about 3.5 weeks. And in my time, I've had a lot of fun with all of you. I've had a lot of great experience. Like, even back at my old school and stuff, I've never had this much fun with people because I'm normally, like, hanging out by myself and because everybody's normally always so annoying, either super annoying or, like, just, like, always messing around. Everyone here messes around, of course, but in the funny way, and it's amazing. And I've had so many great memories and I've met so many great people in my 3 weeks. I'm excited to see how the rest of the year will go.
And how about you, Crawler?
Mine's been like proper hectic. I've joined February 24th, and it's just been a great experience. Like doing raids and stuff, doing games nights in Section C. Everything is just so fun here, and I've met like so much great friends, and it's just so amazing.
So overall, a consistently positive experience, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
overall.
How would you all rate the staff here in Titan?
10 out of 10.
In Titan, yeah, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10 because, of course, everybody can always improve, but...
And I've had pretty good experiences with most of the staff, so I'll give them a 9 out of 10.
How about you, Prodey?
Yeah, I guess same 9 out of 10 because I really like the staff, especially in Titan Company. There's a lot of great people here. And the main server staff, I did not really have that much contact with them, but I've talked with a few, and there are also some pretty good people.
So, again, overall, positive rating. Well, as you all know, Corona ain't exactly getting better. How are y'all coping in these quarantine times?
It's boring if you're not doing raids and such, but once you're like online with Time Company, it's amazing.
Anyone else having?
Yeah, I'm gonna say as an introvert, it's pretty nice not having to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning every weekday to get to school for like 8 hours into a place you really don't like, and then just sitting there, finishing all your work in like the first 10 minutes of class and just sitting there for like a few hours every day. For me, I personally, it's sad about the global pandemic, but if it wasn't like, I do enjoy the staying at home, finishing my work by like, because normally my school ends around 3 and I'm finishing my work by 1. So I'm getting more time to spend and put into Titan and the 104th. So I enjoy it. I know my sister, who's an extrovert, is losing her mind. So, yeah.
How about you, Dueles? How are you coping?
The exact same thing with me. I'm an extrovert. And then especially with college, it felt like with college going online, I've gotten way more work than when I was actually on campus. I was on the billiards team at my college, and I was expected to go to a match at one of the opposing colleges before this entire thing broke out. It would have been my first match on the team, and I was so excited for it. And then it was on spring break when they announced the extension of spring break out before they keep us down. And I'm just really excited for 2 weeks from now when I'm done with finals from college, so I can actually enjoy it. But I do miss hanging out with all my friends at college since I am, of course, an extrovert.
How about you, Prodey? How are you doing?
I also consider myself an extrovert, so not having the ability to meet my friends that I play with on a daily basis, it's a pretty big struggle for me. But when it comes to like schoolwork and stuff, I got like a pattern going on. It's working pretty well. And when it comes to free time, I've started to experiment. I've started doing a lot of new things. For example, like currently, like right now, I'm editing a video because I just wanted to try something new. And I really like it, even though I've been sitting here for 6 hours trying to make a 2-minute video. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope that it will be worth it.
That's nice. Down here, things have just been kind of stagnant. Heat's only gotten worse, and well, schoolwork ain't gotten any better. Anyway, so there any new things you've all tried? Any new hobbies? Anything you've gotten started on now with your expanded amount of free time?
So for my expanded amount of time, I haven't started it yet, but I'm planning on doing it. For the longest time, I've always wanted to build a Lego MOC. I've just never had the time or the patience to sit here for hours looking for the best prices for like gunships, finding gunships, maybe even just buying the instruction books and running around looking for the pieces. I've never had the time to do it. And now with break, I have more time with me. So I was planning on building a giant MOC of, I'm probably going to do a droid based, and it's going to hopefully be awesome. I'm excited to see how it's going to happen, but I'm excited to start working on it.
Bro, you mentioned you're working on videos right now.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what it's about?
Okay, so right now, because there was this one guy I was watching on YouTube, he does Star Wars video edits, not only Star Wars, also some Marvel stuff, and I got really inspired by it. And because I have the software, because I decided to go for it. I said, why not? And it might seem kind of simple to like, for example, you got let's say a Star Wars movie, to just cut it in pieces and then just put it however you want, add some music, but it's not that simple. Like for me, it took me about 2 hours because I'm using the sequel trilogy for my video here. It took me around an hour and a half or 2 hours to cut all the videos and have the parts that I actually want to use. And I also, like, 2 times already, I switched like my project, what I wanted to do. I switched the music and the character.
So, Crawler, you doing anything in these trying times?
Well, I'm trying to get back into guitar. Like, I've been a guitarist for quite a while, but like, I kind of edged away from it when I first joined the 104th, and I'm starting to like learn more songs on it, and yeah, there is some other stuff I'm trying to do, but I'd rather not say on here. So yeah, that's
Understandable.
pretty much it.
I myself, I've been trying my hand at writing a little bit, helping my dad out with a few projects. Overall, just had in all honesty, it's been a really positive experience for me. I've learned a few things about myself and about tools of my dad's trade. Anyway, so Prodey, you mentioned you were working on a video based off the sequel trilogy, right?
Yeah.
Can you give us any information on it, or you want to keep that secret?
Nah, I'm gonna post it anyway. So it's to be honest, I hope that I'll be done in the next 2 hours. So at around 12 p.m. If not, then that will kind of suck because I'll have to continue tomorrow, and tomorrow I also have. Oh, I'm going off topic. Sorry. So
You're fine.
basically,
You're fine.
The video is a tribute to my favorite character from the sequel trilogy, involving a character that pretty much carried this whole trilogy. It's Kylo Ren or Ben Solo, however you want to call him. And most of the videos I've seen, I mean the edits about Kylo Ren are mostly like kind of edgy, and I just wanted to do something else. Let's hope that it doesn't turn out like my last edit I did of the Clone Wars, which ended up to be really depressing. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. There's nothing else to say, I think. Yeah.
So Crawley, you mentioned you were learning some songs. Anything specific or anything like?
I mean, I'm not like I've already finished learning them. I'm still like I still suck at them. Like I've only just learned the first chord of the songs, but one of the main songs I'm working on is "Monsters" by Skillet. I plan on learning some more Skillet songs because they're my favorite band. But honestly, they're insane because they're normally in like drop chords, and I don't know how to tune to them. And yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, they've definitely got a good music style. I can imagine.
So DarkHawk, what have you been doing? Anything specific?
Recently, I've been doing a lot. I've been trying to do a lot more raids. I say recently, like in the last week, I've been planning on doing more raids. I've been running the new Minecraft server a lot. Luckily, it's not as crazy as Azod's was. Otherwise, I might have to hire like another 6 or 7 to be admins. But so far, it's good. I'm building a capture the flag arena right now for us to all play on later. That's gonna be good. Been going around seeing everyone's build. Everyone's building amazingly. Like some of their houses are great. Like Forge has built a castle over on the other side of the world.
Now it sounds like you got something to work on while you're cooped up in your houses.
Yeah, definitely.
So now that we all kind of know what each other is doing. So, Dueles, I got a question for you, my guy.
Yes.
What kind of languages are you working on right now? What kind of computer languages are you working with? Anything
Currently, I am on C++, machine language, all in all studio, and no Java. I'll be next semester. I'm gonna learn more about C++, but it's basically like the generic, like if you think about programming, you think like C++, Java, and machine language has been more difficult. It's breaking down all more high level languages into like all
more basic level.
Oh, it's actually more like it's more basic, but it takes more steps. Like if you're in Java, you can do a for loop, and it like automatically does like a for loop, or it does a certain amount of iterations, and like loops through something. And machine language, you have to a counter, and you have to like keep checking that counter every single time. You have to run through what you want to do, and then check the counter, have a jump back to the beginning of it, and then run it again, and then you have to make sure that counter also then doesn't jump over the amount of times you want to do it. So it's like taking one thing and expanding it out and learning how to do it in way more steps at a more simple level that a computer can actually understand it.
Yeah. Have you ever worked with JavaScript or HTML5 or PHP, anything like that?
Yes, I worked with HTML, PHP, and database stuff last semester. We were making websites. We were making so you would enter the website via password and it would check to like a database using a PHP file,
Yeah.
and it would be styled with HTML things. So did that all last semester, and I feel like that was probably out of the two classes between C++ and that, I actually preferred that, despite me thinking I was going to be worse at it.
Yeah, I have a little experience working with those kinds of computer languages. Just wrapped that up last semester. Anyway, let's get back to how the 104th is. So overall, how long have y'all been in the 104th? Prodey, how long have you been?
I have been in the 104 for around 6 months now, if I
How
remember
about you,
correctly.
On September 7th, the day I joined the 104th, the day we were basically, there was old Titan, which apparently then the day I joined, it became new Titan Squad. So I was back when we were a squad, September 7th.
How about you, DarkHawk? How long have you been here?
I've been in here for probably now 4 weeks. I've had my helmet for 2, so I'm still shiny.
And Gawler, what about you?
I've been in the 104 since February 20th, so like 2 months now. Yeah.
Nice. I've been here for quite a bit. I've done a lot, seen a lot, been in like 2 companies. Overall, I'd say it's been a pretty decent experience. I mean, there were certainly ups and downs. As of right now, recently Azod was the leader of Titan Company, was promoted, and let's just say the overall reaction in the company was certainly a surprise. How did all of you feel when you first heard the
It was on off my phone for a while, and I came back to main comms to the reaction of everyone, so I just quickly run over to the announcements. Actually, I saw it actually in Section C, whenever the new captain stepped up for Section C, and I didn't see Azod in there anymore, so I ran over to here, saw the reactions of what had been going on. I went to the announcements and I saw that he had been promoted to major of all of Xbox, so the leader of all of Xbox in the 104. I had multiple reactions. I was happy for him because definitely deserves that, because he's really good at leading. He was definitely a really good leader of Titan Company. And I was also sad since entire time I've been here, he's been here, and went back to the days where he had his captain photo profile picture, and me and him connected the first day I got here, and we were talking like in hymns and all that. So there's multiple different reactions, but overall, I'm very happy for how he's done, and he definitely deserves that promotion.
How about you, Darkhawk?
Yeah, for me too. It was very surprising. I just woke up and I did what I always do, just like scroll for my notifications, see like what just happened, and then I get an announcement from I get pinged and I'm like, hey, it's probably just a raid, so I go check it out because I'm like, hey, I'm free right now, I could probably go do a raid. And then ASO just like, yeah, I got promoted. I am leaving Titan Company. I'm no longer going to be the CEO. I'm just like, wait, what? I was so confused, but I was happy for him. I think we all were happy for him. I think I can safely talk for everyone in Titan saying that we will definitely miss him, but we are definitely proud of his promotion. And look, I had my status change, like, thank you, Azard, you will be missed. And then I got like a couple of people who like some cadets who like DM me once for like questions, started like DMing me again. Hey, are you okay? What happened? So that part was kind of funny, but I'm happy for Azod's promotion. Just wish he could be here a little bit longer.
You, Brody, how are you feeling?
I, as I said, I reacted. I was both happy because when I first joined, Azot was a sergeant major, so I pretty much saw him rise through all the ranks after major. But I'm kind of upset because he was the one that got me into Titan. He actually recruited me, so I was kind of sad to see him go away. But I'm glad that he's a major now because he is, in my opinion, a great staff member.
How about you, Crawley? You got anything to say?
Yeah, like when I read it, it was like 12 at midnight for me, or sometime around that. I hadn't really known Izzo that long. Me and him weren't like really too friendly. We didn't talk that much, and I'd only known him for like 2 months. But honestly, I was like so proud of him for becoming the leader of all, like most of Xbox or almost all of it. In the 104th, and I'm pretty sure like Dark said almost everyone in Time Company is proud of him, and he deserves that promotion.
Well, I think we're at about a point where how about you all? Any of you have any questions that you'd like to ask me or any of the rest of the people in here?
What is everyone's favorite,
Huh?
like favorite memory from being in Titan? What is your favorite memory?
For me, Titan specifically, I'd honestly have to say when it first formed, like it was just different to say the least.
Because I'm still really a shiny, I don't have that many memories, but one thing that was a lot of fun was, well, there's a lot of things. Raids are normally fun, especially like when we're not, like, join raids are a lot of fun, but like when we also are just like messing around raids, those are so much fun. I remember one of, like, maybe a week ago, like Azal just like dragged in like probably like 10 people and just like, yeah, I own your soul. You're forced to join this raid. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be joining this raid. That was funny. Also, another time is probably when me and Azad started taking a joke in Minecraft way too far. Like the Biko joke, now we have our base as a giant, massive honeycomb. We have giant shop set up that represent like what bees do, and I'm not taking this joke any farther. No, I'm not gonna not take it any farther. I'm gonna take this to the end of the world now.
You,
One of my favorite memories in Time Company is definitely leading raids. That's like one of the first things you can ever do because it's fun to be in command when you're just a CT and being able to tell um high rank people that are higher rankings than you to shut up. It's kind of fun, but sometimes my favorite memories are just like staying in VCs with the rhythm bots, just like till like 1 in the morning, just just to be happy.
With DarkHawk's mentioning of people owning souls, I take it back. My favorite memory of Titan Company was when me, Azod, and Arth were all playing Red Dead, and I won Arth's soul in a game of poker.
Oh God, I remember you telling me about that.
Do you have any memories that you'd like to share, Brody?
Speaking of Red Dead, one of my favorite. Probably there's some other great moments. I've talked about this before, but I just still can't get over it. So I was playing with you and Azad. We were playing Red Dead, and it was a sell mission. We were selling something. I don't know what the fuck was that, but I managed to fall asleep while playing Red Dead.
Oh, I remember
And
this.
then I woke up, and I woke up like 10 minutes later, and I still didn't get kicked. But because I said that before, I'm gonna say something else because I don't want to repeat myself. To be honest, I had really great memories back in the day when I was a company sergeant, which is now the role of platoon leader. Because I actually had motivation back then. And I really wanted to help out people, and I did that. I think I did that quite well up to some time. Yeah.
Me, it was probably just two. It's one time after we raided, it was late at night, and a lot of people hopped off the raid, but Azod and us kept going, and we hopped on walk hunt. And I remember just we would always go to the Imperial base and just sit at the top of the Imperial base and just sit there the entire time. And then if any Ewoks came close, we would just all light them up with our blaster fire. I remember Azod at one game, I was at the back of the map. It wasn't the map I think it was the map that had the Imperial base, but I didn't know about it that time. I was sitting at the back of the map, and Azod ran across me, and he knew where I was, and then he went out into the jungle or the forest, and he got killed by an Ewok and turned into an Ewok. I stood there the entire rest of the game, and he knew exactly where I was, and he never decided to come back and check there. I'm pretty sure I was the only one that made it onto the escape ship. I was like, Azod, did you not know where I was? I was there the entire time, and you literally saw me. You literally cracked up laughing and saying you should have went back there. The other time was when we were doing raids, and we decided to do. We got droids. We just kept getting droids, and we were just smoking these people as droids. We weren't even trying at all, and we got to the capital ship 100% to 0. We just got there, and we just decided. I'm pretty sure this was mentioned on another podcast, but when we decided to line up as simple battle droids and just walk forward to capture the command post, and we just walked in line. We were not allowed to run. We were not allowed to down our guns. We hip fired the entire time, and we still beat them by doing that strategy. And because like they were just like way better than the opposing team, it was like hilarious to do.
Yeah, I have a lot of funny stories from Ewok Hunt. What are some of the best? Okay, like 2 days ago, I was doing a raid, and then after we finished the 3 Capital Supremacy match, someone wanted to do Ewok Hunt, so we did it. The rules. So the first round we had to do no HUD, no flashlight. It seems that's how I always have to whenever I play it, because I'm always. So I did that, Next, they all became Ewoks, and like, let's find Hawk and just circle around him. I'm like, oh great. So it was funny because all the randoms kept running to me. I was trying to get away from them because technically that could be counting as like using the flashlights, and these randoms just keep following me. So then the next game I had to deploy with a blindfold on. That was a funny game. Somehow I got second place. Still don't know how that happened. And probably the first time I played Ewok Hunt with the company was with Azod and everybody, and we were doing it for like at the end of a raid, and I'm just like sitting here alone, and then I just see like 8 Ewoks just like come out of the woods. And I'm just like, fuck, the teddy bears are back. So then I just stopped running, and I die.
I too have some funny experiences in Ewok Hunt. Not really from Time Company, but from Section C's game night. The nights I did have to leave it early though, because it was like midnight for me. We played one game with Ewok Hunt, well actually 2, and I was just following Lanky around one of the games, and then just sat in a log for like most of the game. And then when the extraction point, the extraction ship came down, I started running towards it, and then turned around with the flashlight on, and to see 4 Ewoks behind me, and I just died instantly.
Anyone else have any other questions?
You know what? I have a question for all of you. So, all right. So, I'm assuming that everyone here has had overall positive experiences with Azon. Would any of you have like any complaints about him, or any actual problems, or is it all just overall like truly positive experience?
For me, it's a positive experience. You know, Azod can joke around like everyone else. You know, we all mess around. We're all basically family. We all like messing around. He, to me, you know, acts a lot. You know, he tries to be serious when he has to be, which is good, and he can also joke around, which is exactly what in my opinion, someone needs to be about. If they're too serious, no one wants to hang around them. If they're too funny, everyone's gonna think they're a jokester and, you know, not listen to anything they say, even if it's serious. So he's a perfect balance, and it's easy for me. It's good. He can quickly switch over to serious mode if he wants to, and you can tell when he's joking and when he's serious.
My experience with Azod is like good. Well, actually, pretty good. As I said earlier, I don't really know him that well, and I never really did because I've only known him for like 2 months. I don't think we're gonna be getting to know each other even more now that he's leaving Time Company, or has. But when he was our commanding officer, he still was an amazing staff member, and he was just really positive.
Dueles or DarkHawk, any of you got anything to say?
No, this will go against like the chain of command rules, but I sometimes, since I knew Azot for quite some time, so I joined and we connected about like having the same clone troopers and like having all that stuff. Show like stuff about instruments in this band and all that, like DMs. I would go to him with some of my issues, like directly if like I knew he was open, because since I trusted him like a little bit more than like everyone else, and I knew him better than everyone else. We've had so many other members of Titan Company be like second in command or third in command, but he's always been the first in command. So I've always like seen him as like someone I could go to. So I would always go to him with like issues, and like he would be open about everything, and he would usually help me most of the time. But that's going against chain of command rules, which get myself demoted. But I'm just like, whatever. Like he was a pretty good friend of mine. So if I had any questions, I would go to him. Like even if it wasn't Titan related, I would sometimes message him about other things. So yeah, it's been really good experiences with him.
And you, Prodey? You got anything to say?
Pretty much, I would like to say the same thing as my friend here said, because Azot is a really nice person. Also, he likes to joke around, but if he needs to be serious, he will be. And in my opinion, that's why he's such a high ranking. Like the one thing I like about Azot, that's as I said, I don't really know other staff, so I can't say. But in my opinion, first, I really like just who he is. That yeah, he is a major. That's a really high ranking position, but he can still joke around if he can.
Well, it sounds like overall no complaints from anyone currently present. I think that's overall a good sign. Now, any of you have any opinions on any 104th staff? You know, higher ups? You, Prodey?
Hello.
You
I don't really have anything to say about higher ups, just because I like just company staff over here, and I can't really say much about my server staff because I have not really been in any encounters with them, so I can't really say anything.
How about you, Dueles? You got anything to say?
Cough, cough, see, cough, cough, Papery. That's only a joke because I was LOA for like 3 weeks and I was removed from formerly Hyperion was Jaeger was Hyperion and Hyperion was Jaeger before Odin before it was renamed Jaeger. So I was LOA because I had like that was before the couple weeks before spring breaks when midcones was declining. So I went LOA and I guess really checked LOA at that point and I guess it was just like I missed raids all that week since I was LOA and I got removed. So post spring break and this entire time I've been working up to get my spot back and then I always just enjoy joking around with them like especially with Quincy now that Papery is now in training the recruits as a squad lead. And so Quincy is the only one left of the Pelion before it became Jaeger. I just like to joke around with him and like go platoon comms and mention that and like him just go back and forth like jokingly, but like I have no really issues with any of the staff members and so it's like they're all really cool. Like all really cool people and they are serious level they really need to, but like on most hands, like if you need anything you can go to any of them and they'll help you.
What about you, Darkhawk?
Yeah, for staff, I've never really had any experience. You know, I've had good experience with Titan staff, but I normally don't really go in the main server anymore. You know, global comms is crazy. So most of the time I only ever go in there if no one's ever talking. The only time I can think about actually having a conversation with staff inside 104th is with Azod in Cadet Comms when he was recruiting people for Titan, which is why I joined, is because a bunch of people, you know, like he was just telling everybody all the companies. Like, hey, so what are the Xbox companies? He's like, well, there's Titan Company and there's Titan Company. There's also some other companies, but you should join Titan.
That sounds all right. What about you, Crowley?
I don't really have any complaints about stuff. Everyone's just so nice here.
So overall, a general feeling of just either no one going into the main or just talking to them. That's understandable. I've had a few interactions, but other than that, much. I've been here for quite a bit. Now, in raids, would you say they're overall, organized, or is it more just based off of fun?
Depends on who's hosting them. For example, if Quincy is hosting a raid, it is all about fun. If, like, I could see, like, if, like, either, you know, like, if Anthem, Auth, a lot of the squad leaders, if they host a raid, it's more serious the first couple games, and then we have fun. I feel like the raids I've been to that were hosted by Quincy is like, okay, so we're going to joke around, then we're going to joke around some more, and then we're kind of going to do one serious raid, because that's when we have one.
What about you, Dueles? Or you got any opinions on that?
Far from what I've been in, most of them have been more serious beginning off, and if we just keep getting droids, then it just drops down to we're just gonna have fun with this entire thing. We're just gonna try and see if we can beat them and do that entire like droid lineup. We did that twice. We did it once on show it was we on Kashyyyk we did it, and then we did it once on Camino.
Darkhawk, Crawler, you have any opinions on the raids at all? Or,
Yeah,
Prodey?
for like, in my opinion, they've been good for me. You know, they can be serious times, which is definitely needed because if we do just serious raids, no one's going to want to do them because everyone's going to get bored of listening direct order. And then if they're too joking around, people won't take other raids like join raids, which would definitely be a problem. And so I like how raids are. I like doing the serious and the fun ones. I personally, for me, about every raid I've gone to, we normally do about 2 serious games in the last game round, or we do more games depending on who do what. Like, for example, a lot of the after games for me has been a lot of Ewok with no HUD, because people like to play Ewok no HUD for some reason.
Bro, do you got any opinions?
Well, I just really like how the raids are entitled, because most of the time it's just that we have 1 or 2 serious games, and then the last one is more laid back, just to talk. And I really like the system. It's working really well. Maybe I remember once or twice that I was in a raid that was quote unquote too much for me when it comes to joking around, but that might be just me.
My opinions on raids, they're obviously really fun. Um, I like Dark, the ones that Dark likes, when they're serious and fun. When I often lead raids, I try to keep them at least 2 games serious or 2 games relaxed, and then 1 game serious. Oh no, 1 game relaxed. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, but raids overall, it's a really good system and really engages everyone. And yeah,
So overall, just consensus is it varies from raid to raid. All right. Well, all in all, I think you've all projected a pretty positive picture about this company. So, anything else you'd like to add about this place, or anything else you'd like to mention before we wrap this up?
Ewoks are predators and they're terrifying.
I'm the best DJ on the planet.
I'm never gonna be a good guitarist.
Poland doesn't exist.
It's the Kansas of Europe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Gonna be getting conspiracy theories, God.
Anyway, I think I'll do one last question. All right. So, for everyone here, if you could change one thing about the 104th or Titan, what would you change?
Bring Hazel back.
Other than that,
prob-
I meant more of a just changing the way things are run.
Oh, like the new raid system, whatever it's about, is confusing me. It could. I would like it to go back to when I first joined, because that was like amazing. It's just now confusing.
make off troopers easier. I mean, what? I didn't say anything.
I'll make commandos easier because none
That
of
would
us
also
have
be
been
nice.
commandos.
But yeah, come on though. Off troopers though, you get to be all every class, and
That's true.
I just, for me, nothing. I would probably make cadet trials a little bit harder, because I feel like personally for me, it could just be since I've played this game since launch, but I had a pretty easy time with my cadet trials. I know some people can't pass them, but like I feel like maybe just like a little bit harder, because I feel like 40 kills is a little bit too easy on a capital supremacy match, especially when because I played a couple of games where it's only 40 kills per match, and then the match goes on for like 6 hours. So it's kind of a flawed system for that, at least.
And
Which
bro,
is
do you have any changes you'd like to implement?
Yeah, I hope I don't get any hate for that, but to me it's just kind of weird that ARC troopers are like they have a separate rank which is above the normal troopers, which I get it. that ARC troopers are some really, really skilled players, but I just don't really see how that puts someone, let's say, in charge or with the power of kicking or banning lower ranks. Just, but that's my opinion, of course.
Dueles, you're about to
Um,
say something before your Prodey said?
I would just change my rank.
Wouldn't we all?
That's not how it works.
Wouldn't we all? We all. Actually,
Well,
I'm pretty good, so I wouldn't really change much.
that's nice to hear. Well, I think it's about all we've got time for. So I do. That's all for Titan on Air. May the force be with you.